I don't know how to hold this. Too close. I don't know how I did not realize this before. Oh, silly me, silly me, silly me. I do hope the lighting's okay and that you can hear me correctly. Hi, my name is Catherine. I'm a knitter living in the French Alps, and I'm also a new knitwear designer. And today I'm starting the vlog in my garden because it is a beautiful, bright and sunny day and I just couldn't stay inside. I just did a test bit of my Annabelle tee, which is my new pattern design. And I just filmed a clip of me trying it on to check the ease, the fit, and I think it is great. I am so happy with how it is working up. Yeah, very pleased of the design, very pleased of the ease, which I did think would be a little too much. When I'm knitting this up, I feel that there's a bit more ease than I intended, but when I wear it, it feels okay. So I am happy with that. And I think it's just missing a few more centimeters in length on the body, and then I'll be able to knit the neckline. And while I had this on, I realized that I don't think I need to knit a lot of length on the sleeves to have the length of sleeves that I am aiming for, because as it's a drop shoulder, it does drop a few centimeters down the shoulders, and therefore there's not much to knit on the sleeves. This is my first time filming outside, and I do hope that you can't hear too much of the noise in the background. So the plan now is to knit a few more centimeters on the body and then go ahead with the neckline. I think I have an idea of what I want, and I think it is going to look nice. I can't wait to show you. And then I just have a few centimeters of sleeves to knit. I think I'm repeating myself, but that's okay. I made myself a nice cup of green tea today. I usually drink black tea, but I just wanted something a bit more fresh, and yeah, that's it. Too close. So this is my first attempt at holding my camera like this, and I don't know how it's gonna go, so bear with me. My neighbor's cat's here. He heard me talking and he just arrived running towards me. Hello. This is Phoenix. I don't know how to hold this. With the nice weather and all, we wanted to do some work in the garden. I've been wanting to make a flower bed in the garden in a specific area where there wasn't anything at first. And so I just want to show you what we've done. I am quite proud of what we've done, so I just wanted to show you. Let me just turn the camera around. So we found some stones on Le Bon Coin, which is like a Facebook marketplace, and this person that lives not very far from us was giving away rocks. They took down a little wall they had, they took down a big wall actually they had in their garden, and didn't know what to do with the rocks and didn't want to sell them, so they were just giving them away, and we got some rocks for free. And now we're building a little stone wall at the bottom here, and then up here it's not finished yet, but we're gonna put some more rocks and finish a second wall of rocks. So I'm going to have all of this space in between for plants and above too. And I can't wait. We've put this cardboard down because we didn't want the cats to start digging, and we didn't want them to knock the rocks over or destroy the wall or anything before it can settle in. What I've also done is wherever we have some spaces between the rocks, I've slid some bits of grass, dried grass like this, but also some little bits of wood and all of the good stuff for little insects, for them to have a little house, and all of these little insects will then be beneficial for the plants in the garden in the end. So yeah, so happy with how it's looking, but it's still in progress. I mean, you had to dig all of this up from this section here, which is a complete horrible mess, and we want to rip, well, not rip everything out, we're going to leave the soil, but we'll take all the plants out here and all of the stone that was initially hidden for some reason under here, and just continue this more aesthetic looking stone wall all down here. That's how it's looking right now. I'm so happy with it. And also look at my peonies. They're coming out really nice. Can't wait to see them bloom. They're just gorgeous. I also have this beautiful peony tree, which has about 12 flowers, and I hope they're all going to bloom this year, because they are beautiful too. Unfortunately, I'm having issues with my Annabelle tea sample, which is a bummer because I thought that I was nearly finished and just had to finish up the pattern, do the grading, and then get it tech edited. But it turns out that there's just too many things that just aren't right, and unfortunately the things I have to do to fix it are at the beginning of the pattern, so at the back panel and when you pick up for the sleeves. So I can't really just unravel a little bit and reknit a few centimeters or do any sweater surgery, well, t-shirt surgery in this case, because it's really at the beginning and I don't know how I did not realize this before. Oh, silly me, silly me, silly me. Anyway, let me just show you what it's looking like right now. Sorry for the lighting. I'm next to the window, so it's a bit dark. This is what it's looking like currently. So I'm happy with the lace pattern. There is no issue with that. The issue is coming from where the back panel meets the shoulders, and something's wrong and I have to just go back and fix that. Although this has problems, I just wanted to go ahead and play with sleeves. I tried doing some short row shaping on one sleeve to have like more fabric at the top of the sleeve and less fabric at the underarm. And I do like the overall shape, even though this, in my sample, it's a little small. Maybe it could do with a few more centimeters. But my short rows are just ugly. I don't know why. It just doesn't look very neat. And because it's not a yarn that is very forgiving, because it's a linen and cotton blend, and you really can see the stitch definition with this yarn, I think I should go with something that requires no short row shaping. Just because if you don't get it exactly right, it's going to be noticeable and it's not going to be very nice. For the second sleeve, I just started knitting a tube, and I think I'm going to do an option with two different edging. The first option would be like this one. I would say a bit more simple edging. And the second one would be like the bottom of the garment. I didn't show you the ribbing yet, actually. So you can see that it's just simple 1x1 ribbing and then Italian bind off. I think that it is okay for this sweater. I think it fits it correctly. And at the neckline, I didn't want to go with 1x1 ribbing, and I wanted to go with something a bit more simple, I would say, in the sense that there's less things going on. So I decided to go with the same edging as I showed you on this sleeve. I just knit a few rows, purled, and then bind off, and I really like the detail. Is it here? Yeah, here. Well, you have this line of stitches that separate the neckline and the lace pattern. But yeah, I am having some problems with the back of the neck. So this isn't blocked. The only part of this sample that is blocked is the upper back and the upper front panel, and that's it. All the rest is not blocked. So maybe I'll be able to correct some issues with blocking. I'll have to block this to make sure that the issues I'm seeing can be fixed with blocking. That could be possible. I mean, I wanted to trust the process, so I trust the process. But now I'm seeing things that I don't like. Oh, my cat wants to come in. I feel like I need to knit a new sample slightly differently. I want to feel 100% positive and confident that what I'm selling to people is correct. I don't want to publish something that has some errors and flaws, because when you want to purchase something, you want to purchase quality. And if the quality isn't there, well, there's no point. You know what I mean? So what I did is ordered some new yarn to knit a second sample. And this time I went for drops yarn because it's a more cost-effective yarn. It's a lot cheaper than Sandnes Garn. There's nothing wrong with Sandnes Garn liner. I really love this yarn. It's really gorgeous. I really like knitting with it. But I wanted to check yarn substitute for the pattern. It's supposed to be the same weight. It's exactly the same composition as Sandnes Garn liner. The percentages of cotton, linen, and lyocell are the same. But in 50 grams of Sandnes Garn liner, you have 110 meters, if I'm not mistaken. And drop spell is 120 meters for 50 grams. So there is a slight difference in yardage. So the yarn isn't exactly the same thickness, although they're both DK and have the exact same composition. So I do want to check if that yarn can be a substitute for Sandnes Garn liner in this pattern. I ordered 2 colors. Let me just check. So yeah, I ordered Drop Spell in color 2, which is natural. And I ordered Drop Spell in color 10, which is vert mousse, so mossy green. And I don't know, I really am into mossy greens at the moment. It could be a bit weird for a t-shirt. I don't know. I wanted to knit my samples in colors that are white or cream because people can identify or imagine the garment on them more easily, I suppose. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, so that's for that. I am disappointed because I really thought that I was finished with this sample and that I could get on with the pattern. I am writing the pattern as I am knitting the sample up, so it's more or less done. I just need to finalize the pattern and then do the grading and everything. But because I have to re-knit it and making some slight changes to the beginning of the pattern, it's as if I'm starting all over again, which is a pain because I really wanted to get this test knit out. Oh well. Talking about yarn, I received the yarn for my second t-shirt design that I want to publish this year, and it's Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the color cream again. And this is what it's looking like. It's a lot more white than this cream. Actually, this is colorway Almond. So Knitting for Olive Pure Silk is a fingering weight yarn, so it's 250. Excuse me, Nico, t'as pas l'impression d'être devant là? Go on. One cat coming in, one cat going out, as I was saying. So this is 100% burette. Do you say burette? Burette silk? I have to check how to pronounce that in English. This is 100% silk. It is a fingering weight yarn, 250 meters per 50 grams. I have used this before on the Fleur Camille by Brianna Mason, and I think this is a great summer yarn. And yes, my second t-shirt will be knit in this. So it's going to be knit on smaller needles, but there's going to be a lot of stockinette stitch, so it should be okay. So that's that. Yeah, it's a bummer. I am so disappointed with this. I don't understand why I did not realize my mistakes before. When you look at it like that, it looks really good, but it's the overall fit and the neckline on the shoulders that just is not right. And I'm not sure about the neck, especially at the back of the neck. I think that there's a problem with this neckband. Might have to go for 1x1 ribbing in the end. Oh, I do have something else to show you. So my birthday was 2 days ago, and I had a few knitting books on my wish list, and I got 2 of them. I got this one, which is 280 Japanese lace stitches by Nihon Vogue. I do not know if I'm pronouncing that correctly at all. It's a collection of lace stitches with their charts, and I wanted this for inspiration. Les chats, je filme là. Allez, non, tu veux pas sortir finalement? Bah alors, qu'est-ce que tu m'embêtes? When it's not one cat, it's the other. So, as I was saying, this is a beautiful collection of lace stitches with their charts, and this is a great source of inspiration. And the second one I got for my birthday is Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible. And this is by Hitomi Shida. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong again. And this is just beautiful. There are so many intricate stitch patterns in this book. It's just gorgeous. Of course, if I am going to get inspired by one of the stitch patterns in any of these books, I'm not going to use the exact one and modify them to fit my needs. For example, the lace stitch I used for the Annabelle scarf, I found it on a stitch library on internet, and I modified a few stitches and ended up with having this like flower shape in the middle. These books are just gorgeous, especially the Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible. You have so many intricate crossing stitches patterns, and it's just gorgeous. They do look very complicated in this one, but I mean, you don't have to use everything. You can use just a tiny section of stitch pattern. You mix and match with different stitches. And yeah, this is just an overall great inspiration, and it's just gorgeous. And I just like looking at them. It's like cooking books. I don't know if you're like me, but I just love a beautiful cooking book, even if I don't use it often. I just love the photography. I think I'm going to stop the vlog here. Fingers crossed I will receive the yarn I ordered for the second sample of the Annabelle tea soon, so I can get on with it as soon as possible. And I think I'm just gonna power through and get it done as fast as possible. It's a good thing it's a DK weight project and that it should go quite fast. The only section which can take some time is the back panel, because you're knitting it flat, and that means that you're knitting and purling, and my purling is quite slow compared to my knitting. I can knit quite fast now depending on what I'm doing, but purling, I just can't. I'm very slow at purling, and I think I need to find myself a better way to purl continental style, because it's just too slow. Anyway, that's another subject. Well, I hope that you like this vlog. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!